So you guys already completed the study guide. So now, right now, you should be just checking yourself and make sure you understand what's going on for your test that's getting ready to come up tomorrow. So hopefully you guys are familiar with all this and remember, refreshed from all that we've learned. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go through this first part with complex numbers, and then we'll go to the next part, which is our piecewise functions. All right, so here we're complex numbers. We're actually talking about 10 plus 15i minus 48 minus 30i. And so here, first and foremost, I'm going to rewrite this here really quick. When we do at this part, we're going to have to distribute this negative here so that we're dealing with addition sign, and always best to go ahead and get to the addition sign so that way it makes it easier to work with. So we're distributing this. So we get 10 plus 15i plus, let's put that back inside, negative 48 plus 30i. So distribute the negative through. That becomes negative. That becomes positive. All right, so here, what I normally do and what we've done in class is we set that up vertically. So we have 10 plus 15i plus a negative 48 plus 30i. And again, remember, we lined up the like terms. So the whole number is here and our complex term here. Right. So here we go ahead and combine those. This gives us 45i. And then here that gives us a negative 38. Right. So if you were looking back at the answers that we had, that was that last one right there. Right here. All right. So cool. Let's go with number 2. All right, and we're going to find the sum of this one, and this one is actually easier. All right, so with this part, we're going to go ahead and just line them up because it's already addition. Line them up, line them up. All right, so if we combine like terms here, negative 2 and positive 8 is positive 6. And then 5 and negative 7 gives you a negative 2. All right, so we get 2 plus 6i, negative 2 plus 6i, which is our first one right there. All right, cool. Let's go to 3. And this time we're multiplying. So we did subtraction, adding, and now multiplying here. And so we're going to use FOIL method or box method, either way. And so here, FOILing, we're going to multiply 1 times 2, which is 2. 1 times 5i, which is 5i. Negative 3i plus 2 is negative 6i. And then negative 3i times 5i is negative 15i squared. Okay. So first off, before we combine like terms, we know that I squared is negative 1. Right? And so here I'm going to simplify everything down so far. And 5i and negative 6i gives me negative 1i, or just negative I. And then negative 15 times 1 is positive 15. Then we combine like terms, the 15 and the 2, that's 17 minus I. All right, I'm going to also do box method really quick too, so that way if anybody needs to see that or wants to see that, show you both ways. So you have 1 and negative 3i. You have 2 and 5i. So this comes here. This part comes on top. So that gives you 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5i is 5i. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6i. And then negative 3i times 5i, is negative 15i squared. Going to combine like terms. So when we pull it out, we're going to already have it combined. So it's 2 minus I minus 15i squared. All right, so negative 15 times negative 1, and that's 15, positive 15 minus I. And so 2 plus 15 is 17 minus I, which is the exact same thing we got right there. Bam, bam. All right, so that's that one. We're almost done with our what do you call them? Complex numbers. So let's go to 4 here. Again, we're going to multiply. And this time you can do, again, either way you want to do. I'm going to do box method. If you did FOIL, it's going to be the same way. Again, box method and FOIL are the exact same thing. It's just how you're setting it up visually. All right, so here we get negative 6. That gives negative 3i. That's negative 16i. 8 times negative 2 is negative 16i. And then 8i times negative I is negative 8i squared. Looking at this portion here, go ahead and combine like terms. And so here, there'll be negative 6 minus 19i minus 8i squared. All right, so negative 6, negative 19i. That gives us a positive 8. Just a reminder here, negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. All right, so we have that going on. Combine like terms, we get 2 minus 19i. Okay, and again, that's what we got as an answer there. 2 minus 19i right there. Sweet, sweet. Doing good. All right, so let's see. We have a couple more for complex. 2 more. And these are like simple ones. Very simple, very simple. We can do these really quick. So here we have 3i plus 2i. And so these are complex terms. So all we do is combine the two. These are our b's. So that's just 5i. You're adding, so you just do 3 plus 2 is 5, and then I. Oh, there you go right there. All right, and then the last one for a complex is 2i times 3i. Okay, so here we multiply 2 times 3 is 6. I times I is I squared. Change that I squared over to negative 1. So negative 6 is your answer. Okay. All right, so we have all of those for our complex numbers.